once you give a man an opportunity, for example, a man is chasing a girl to get her, there will be nothing to stop him. He will be going off limits
He'll do
because
the
he's
impossible.
the impossible because he wants that woman. So if we had the same thought or the same energy dedicated when given opportunities, I'm very much sure it would be the best way to reach successfully to where we want to reach. And yes, we shouldn't feel that we are entitled, but once given, then make use of it meaningfully so that people can really say that you're given an opportunity not because you're a woman, but because you can actually do it. You can actually commit to it and you stay dedicated to what is entrusted to you.
That's really nice. In everything we do, we face challenges. My challenges might be different from Monty's or from you. So I would like to know, and probably the people would want to know, that what challenges do you face in your work as an advocate? You already talked about financial challenges. What
Okay.
more challenges?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I work for a regional organization and I also have a non-profit organization. At the same time, I also do other personal engagements, like supporting the Connectors Club work or several others. So making sure that as an advocate, people stay on the same page to define the works that I do, no matter how different I may come with different things. And because it is also important not to confuse your niche of people that look up to you, your audience, um, especially with the power of the social media platforms that is given to us. Yeah, and that is one thing that I'm really, really doing my best to making sure I stick around in the same movements that they know me for so that I can also see the growth of what I do. But of course, as an advocate, there are certain things that quite are challenging. For example, I'm working on a tobacco control project, and I'm in a country where we're the second highest producers in Africa.
Africa.
In Africa, and it is quite, you know, challenging to see how tough that is, and you're a young person, you're trying to advocate for something that the ministers are trying to push us to be the first producers in Africa. And you're here telling them to make the laws straight, to abide to the framework of the WHO. It is challenging, but is it impossible? It's not. So what I'm doing is being hopeful and become now intentional of what I do and standing my grounds that no matter how much we are striving as a country to become the first producers, but we also have to speak on the implications and the effects of what we are trying to move with it. And I think you just move no matter how bad or tough it becomes. And so long as it's the right thing that I'm doing, because I'm a medical personnel and what I'm standing for is it, then it's fine. And another challenge is, of course, now that I'm advocating for certain things and I have, I could say for me, it's a huge audience, and I'm really grateful for the people that support my work. It is now finding ways to help them, because you might find questions come at me: how do I become you? How do I do things that you do? It gets a bit it keeps me thoughtful to think, how am I supposed to do this? I've not reached where I want to get, but I think there would be also a possibility to help someone. But how am I going to do it? So that's something that I keep asking myself each and every day. And for whoever that I'm able to support, listen to, sometimes you just have to listen to people. You just have to hear them out. You just have to say few words. But then there are people that really look up to you in a sense that you have to do something. And I'm hoping by the blessings of God, I will be able to do that someday.
You've talked about how some people try to ask you how to be you. They would like to be you.
So, what advice would you give to someone looking to start a career in advocacy, especially in the health sector, so that they don't become you, but they can become a better version of you?
Okay, I see the Vusi question coming in. But I think first of all is to understand what area in the health sector they want to advocate in. The health sector is broad. I am doing so plenty of things in the health sector because I am leading a whole department. So whatever opportunity in health that is available that is meaningful to the young people, that will impact positively the young people, it is something that I would really be intentional enough to tap in. But it is important to be specific, so that you can also find people that will support you. If you be everywhere, I remember before I specified myself in the health sector, I was everywhere. I was in the environment space, cybersecurity, digital skills, ecosystems, education, everything to do with young people out. You'd see me in every event. Then when I came across a certain lady, she's also a mentor of mine. She used to be my former boss. Her name is Shadi Abdinala. She's currently leading the media convergency company. And she told me, my young sister, I'm seeing you everywhere. I think it is important now for people to know who you are. And that question kept me thinking. But people know who I am. How am I supposed to define that again? It's like, no, when someone thinks of mental health, they know it is, let's say, Monty. When someone thinks of the environment sector, they should think of Musa. What do people think when they think of you?
Yes.
Because even the opportunities once available, they don't know what to give you because you're everywhere. So that is the route now I chose. And if it's the health sector as well, for someone to become an advocate, as much as you're going to specify yourself, now it's easy to connect to people. I make use of social media. And in Swahili, it says, I don't know this word, I don't know how to put it in English because it's not Englishing, but the word kushoboka. Shoboka as much as you can to people that you think will help you thrive. If it's me, if it's anyone else, once you take hold on someone every single time, as much as it's nagging, it's disturbing, but they would find a room to help you.
Yes.
Find Knock that door. If it doesn't open, just break it. Just break it, move, so that no one will create an opportunity for you. You create them for yourself. So you have to move with it. So if you've heard of a certain event going on, probably NIMRI, doing a symposium on a certain research, just go. Yeah. So look, you want to do the health sector, you're going to meet people in the health space, and you have to also show what you're capable of. As I've said earlier on, that when I'm in the room, I would certainly make sure I'm known. I don't know. Sometimes it's also God's grace, because not all people who can pull that off. But then I believe there's also an opportunity for someone to do that. Or you've seen someone, connect to speak to them. This is what I want to do. Take pictures, show the world that this is the journey I've chosen.
Yeah.
So once they're looking for young health advocates, well, definitely someone will recognize you in the future. And of course, do not give up. It's going to take a while. I've started my advocacy journey 2018, 2019. It's like 5 years ago. 6. So it takes a while, but I also don't want to say that as much as I've had it tough, someone else should have it tough. No.
Yeah, you can have it
It
easy.
could be very easy. If I can make it easy for you, then why not? So connect to people, use your social media very well, be specific. So you might find someone's posting today about Muhaz has done 1, 2, 3, 4. The next day you've posted a photo, you're at maybe a certain party. You're confusing your mass. Even if there were serious people looking up to you, like, what are you doing? And it is also it's also valid and very important, also something that I've not mentioned, for at least to try to keep your private matters private. I don't know, but the world we're moving, your social media is your curriculum vitae. It's your CV. It's okay to have fun. I also have my type of fun, but if you want to be seen on a professional level, keep it professional. If you have all it takes and you just want to party, you want to have fun, you want to be seen this way or that way, then it's okay. You have your own things going. But if you really want people to consider you a health advocate, this is what you do, then display yourself as that way. Use your LinkedIn well. People don't use LinkedIn as much, but I have 16,000 followers on LinkedIn. Yeah, I started using it once I graduated my ordinary level. So it is very vital to use these platforms to showcase what you want people to see and regard you as, and hence you can make a very good, amazing advocate.
You previously talked about a woman who inspired you to find your niche, because as you said, you are everywhere. You're doing women, yeah. So we all need role models in our lives because they inspires us to be like them. So I would like to know, who are your role models and what are the takeaways that have inspired you to be like them?
Well, first of all, we have role models for, maybe I have role models for each and every aspect on life. And spiritually, my mother is my role model, my very first, because she taught me, she groomed me to know what spirituality is, who God is, how to be godly, how to live by that path in faith. And I think faith and being God fearing, there are things that have passed me by, bad things actually, because I had that fear. And it is only through her I was able to learn and, grow in that journey. And I think that is the number one thing that I consider in my life to be a successful thing. And then now, given that I am looking forward to become one of the wealthiest philanthropists in the world, I aspire to be that. And maybe I've not been quite mentioning it in that specific definition, but I think it's the right time to say it out loud. I think Mother Teresa really draws a very different attention to me. Um, Mother Teresa gives that true definition of what love is. And I think the world lacks that. And we're growing, we're youth, and you'd hear conversations of young people do not like each other, young people are, envy each other. It's all because we lack love, we lack that sense of humanity, we lack that sense of unity. But once you think of, if it's one thing that would bring the world together, is love. And she defined it by helping people, supporting people, the needs, the sick, the poor, the orphans. And if it is one quote that really also gets my attention from Mother Teresa, is not all of us can do great things. We're different. But then we can do small things with great love. I come to you, you're having a bad day, and I tell you, "Hi, Monty, how you doing? Are you okay?" If you're really going through something, that would hit really different, because I spoke it in a tone and in a way that you'd feel that I'm very concerned about you. It's not like, "Hi, Monty, yeah, what's up?" Yeah, you'd be like, you just answer me because I've asked you how is it going. Yeah. So Mother Teresa, I can't be her. That is something that I don't think I can, because she's just her. But then I've learned to have a bits of what she's had. And as an aspiring philanthropist, and I think that is the best way I could learn from someone, so that I cannot stop giving. I give. Is it my time? I give. If it's my resources, I'd give. As much as also, we want to be successful, we want to earn. There's a place to be business, but there's a place to be a human. And being human is being kind and being full of love. And That is my number one role model. Like, apart from all the others, I'm inspired by so many people. You guys inspire me if I haven't mentioned that. But then that is just that woman that inspires me.
Who's number 2?
Okay. Oh, this is tricky. Okay, I said I have so many role models, and Mother Teresa being number one. I would say for now, number 2. Well, I mentioned my mom. I did. I would say Her Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. Being number 1 female president in the whole East Africa, doing what
100%.
she does. She took the country where it was very unstable.
Yes.
No one knew she was able to do what she did until now. We're moving. We're going to the next election, and
She proved them wrong.
she proved them wrong. And I would definitely want to prove some people wrong.
100%. Now, we've decided to start a new culture in Make Your Own Destiny podcast where a guest leaves a question for the future guest that is to come without knowing who the next guest is. Now, what question do you have for our next guest?
Well, for the next guest, the next unknown guest.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be so hard on the next guest. Just have a simple question. And that question would be, if given an opportunity in the next 5 years, what do you see the world in fighting for gender equality? Do you see a balance between men and women? Do you see an imbalance where women are probably more empowered than men? Or you see the same challenge that men are more empowered than women? I think that would be my next question to the unknown guest.
Wow.
Don't ask me why I asked that.
For an easy question that you said, pretty
That
sure
was the simplest.
I'm pretty sure the guest has to think before they answer that question.
As I always.
Thank you very much for joining our podcast, Miss Vivian. You've shared some insightful tips. You've said some important messages. I'm pretty sure I have to go back and watch this again so I can take proper notes on this. You've mentioned importance of God. You've mentioned importance of keeping yourself out there, importance of connecting with people. Could you just tell them to like, comment, subscribe, and share to a friend?
Share with Mama Samia, you know. Yeah.
Could you tell them, please?
I want them to tag Mama Samia. Maybe she will see our podcast, you know.
Maybe
social
she'll
media is
join
very
us. Maybe
powerful.
next time she could be
Yeah.
here by the help of God.
Well, I believe she also, she's number one believer of supporting young people. If you see in her government, there are a lot of young people that have
100%.
grabbed opportunities, which I don't think she will say no. Maybe she would have schedules that that she won't be able to make time for it. But I know once she realizes and she sees the works that you've done as young people, she would be very proud of you as a mother and as a Madam President. So, dear viewers, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And of course, comment and tag Mama Samia so that she can see how beautiful young people are thriving and making an impact positively in their community and taking our flag to spaces globally. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's nothing to say after that. We hope to see you here, Mama Samia. Thank you very much.
Subscribe.